Well, I was just trying to relate with the song.
The real problem for me was how to get things moving. You know, if you've ever tried to take a road trip with a bunch of people, you know, you have to add on 15 or 20 minutes for every extra person who's coming more than two, you know. Same thing with songwriting with a group. In some ways, getting the whole process moving in one direction, it's like herding cats.
Can I play it, like, show you the riff on it?
Oh, you have a riff?
I had a riff that I thought would be a really nice one, but I'm open to anything.
I am too. I was excited because, you know, with Sean Rao, that turned out to be a fully formed verse and a chord structure, which we were then able to expand and finish.
I'll play this one because I basically just it came to me. I played it once and then I was like, I'm totally gonna forget this, so I'm just gonna record it on the voice recorder in case we could ever make something of it. So yeah, it was just sort of that, like it was such an easy.
With Daniel, it was like a lick and like half a line. It's like, okay, yes, we can work with that.
Turn your volume on and I'll play while you're. Turn it up? Yeah, turn it on a little. I got it.
So we started sort of lost, it felt to me, when we were trying to approach it in more of a singer-songwriter-y, idea-y way. But once the band started playing together, when we started on that sort of riff, they locked in and gelled very quickly. And I guess this is one of their strengths as a band, is they know how to read each other and how to go, you know, almost like a fish or something like that, or a widespread panic, where, you know, there doesn't have to be a lot of communication for them to be able to just go. He had written this, as it turned out, line when he was on vacation in Mexico. And so he said, yeah, I've got something. And he played these chords, and he had literally just that first line.
All my life they try to tell me how to live right.
All my life, people been telling me something or other. And then he just sort of went, and now it's up to you. So this line, half a line, all my life, reminded me of this story that a friend had told me, and so I sort of threw it out there for the guys to see whether it sparked anything, and maybe out of desperation, it did. There was a story I heard from my wife a couple months ago about a guy, like a really sour old man. Like a really cranky old dude, all his life, just really not a happy dude. Like the guy you run into who ruins your day. And he was in an old folks home, like really towards the end of his life, last year or two, and he got fitted for dentures, new dentures, and they didn't fit right. And because they didn't fit right, he ended up looking like this all the time.
So to smile.
He was smiling, and people started reacting to him differently than they always did through his whole life.
Because he was smiling.
Because he was smiling, and suddenly they're like, "Hey, you know, how are you?" And the story was that the last 2 years of his life were like the best years he ever got to live, because they misunderstood who he was through no fault of his own, through no, like, you know, changing in his heart, but sort of just the exterior. And that's the first thing I thought of when you were, all my life people told me to live right.
I wonder if it changed him by the end, though.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like that like those were literally the best years of his life, based on the fact that you're talking dentures.
I like that story. I really dig that story.
It's a cool story. I don't know.
No,
like,
that
I can get into that.
And
Little bit.